Hey guys, so I wanted to make a video quickly, you know what that means, it'll be 25 minutes long, about what I mean when I'm talking about peace on this channel. Because in a lot of these videos, I'm talking about how I want peace more than I want a 3D thing or, anything like that, where like there's this state of peace that is the thing that's underlying this entire illusion, and that's the thing that's exciting to me. And I wanted to talk about this because, like, listening to some of the stuff that I say about this, I think about myself 5 years ago when I was like, God, I'm getting old, when I was like almost 40. During that little era, kind of like everything in my life came to a head, and I was looking for a lot of answers and trying to change everything. And at that time, when I think back to what my reaction would have been to like the idea of peace, like as something as some sort of like carrot at the end of a stick, like that just to me wouldn't have been like a motivating thing, thanks to just what that word means or doesn't mean to an individual. But to me at the time, what that would have meant in that current state that I was in at the time, the current mentality that I had at the time, so a big part of the issue with trying to talk about greater spiritual truths and our experiences with those is just that language is so limiting. And so I wanted to try to speak more to this peace thing that I always talk about, and why would that be something that's like a motivator, like something that would actually get you out of bed to try to get. And when I use that word, it means something specific to me. It's thanks to a couple of experiences that I've had where I sort of had an instant revelatory moment that was then followed by this state of peace that I'm talking about. And it's not just sitting there with nothing in your mind. It's not an absence of any kind of feeling or emotion. When I'm saying that I'm after peace, this peace is like, for me, it is like all those like dirty highs from all the many times I've fallen in love, but without the dirty part. It's like having the best thing, the best feeling that you could have with no threat of risk or loss, no sense that this is going to come to an end or that this is resting on some outer 3D circumstance. So, for me, just off the top of my head, what would be like the best thing that I could imagine in the past? Let's see. It's leading up to Christmas. That's my favorite time of year. It's that kind of feeling with also, I just met somebody and like, we're like high off of each other right now. So like it's that feeling without the element of the drug high. So all is well, everything is amazing. I feel warm and joyful, and there's also nothing that can take this from me because it's not based on anything in the world and the changeable outer world. It's just based on something inner. It's just and the thing is, I don't know what that translates to for you personally, because not everybody is like a romance junkie. Some people are, excitement junkies, whatever your thing is. It's that minus the element of it being based on anything outer or any chance of risk. And whatever that is, however you translate that is here now. That is available now. Literally everything that is in front of that is an illusion. And that's kind of, this is kind of the quest and the mystery for me about all of this and where I'm at with this whole thing. It's just, this goes back to, I've mentioned A Course in Miracles a few times. Basically, one of the core parts of that is that it's about removing the blocks to seeing that that's already there. They use the word love, I use the word peace. You could use the word happiness, joy, whatever word evokes the right connection for you, the right feeling. That's here now. Once you know that that's here now, and you can't, you really can't go back. When I say no, I mean no. Like, you can't go back from something that you know. When you know that that's here, and that the only thing that's standing between you and that is figuring out the mental puzzle that removes a block, that removes something that's in the way. I don't know how you ever really get excited about anything else again. Really? I mean, everything else is just out there in the external, in the illusion, part of the blocks that are in the way. The happiness that's to be gotten in the 3D world, it pales in comparison to this thing I'm talking about, because it's transitory. It's always changing. The one thing you can count on is that this too shall pass, whether it's something you're experiencing as good or something you're experiencing as bad, emotionally or in the 3D world or whatever. So I wanted to okay, cool, only 6 minutes. I wanted to just talk about that really fast and get that on this channel because, I don't know, I talk about that a lot, how like the going after peace is what's exciting for me. Getting rid of the things in the way of experiencing that. So for me, it's, peace is kind of a boring word. It's more like going after true happiness, true, joy, and like there's a little element of excitement in that for me. It's not a boring thing at all for me. It's basically going through the whole day and all of the mundane things in the day, feeling like magic, feeling like how they feel when you're in love. That's what it feels like for me, to be in that state. And right now, where I'm at right now, sometimes I have a half a day of that. Sometimes I have, an hour of that. And that's what's exciting to me is getting these bits and pieces, and to, hopefully, eventually, that's the way you just are in a state of that all the time. You're in that state all the time. There are just certain moments right now where, like this morning, I was in the shower this morning, and that is, I would say about 90% of the time when I'm in like a hot shower, I am just in bliss, because, it's just almost the apex of human experience, because it's just so pleasurable. And like, I don't know, like, 100 years ago, are we getting so old now that you can't even say 100 years ago? I don't know. At some point in the recent past, hot showers weren't even a thing. Like, okay, maybe not 100 years ago, but 150 years ago, you couldn't just like walk in the bathroom and turn on a hot shower and have a immensely pleasurable physical experience a couple times a day. You would never be able to do it. We have so many sources of pleasure in this day and age, simple sources of pleasure that are just like experienced every day and completely ignored. That my goal is to get to the point where none of those things are not fully experienced, from this state of being able to appreciate just how wonderful they are. So, okay, this might be the cheesiest video on this entire channel, but I'm gonna post it just so that people know what the fuck I'm talking about when I talk about peace. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about peace, y'all. Have a great day.